Imagine this. You're driving home from the grocery store. Maybe you've had the car for 15 years. Maybe you've never had a serious ticket in your life. You think your record is clean, and you haven't thought about your license in years. Now imagine a police officer pulls you over for a routine stop, nothing major. And because of a single rule that changed on January 1st of this year, a roadside reading from almost a decade ago, one you assumed had vanished from your record, is suddenly being counted against you again. A mandatory program. A longer suspension. Consequences you never saw coming because nobody told you the window changed. Hi, I'm Joseph, and welcome back to Canada Pension Guide, the channel where we cut through government complexity so you never get caught off guard. Today, we are talking about a very specific change buried inside Ontario's new Highway Traffic Act amendments. It came into force on January 1st, 2026, and most drivers, even careful ones, have no idea it applies to them. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could save you from a serious, completely avoidable situation. Before we get into the details, I need you to understand something. If you close this video in the next 3 minutes, here is what could happen to you. You could be driving right now with a record that is no longer what you think it is. A worn range stop from 2016. A brief roadside flag from 2017. Events you assumed were long gone, legally irrelevant, are now inside a new 10-year look-back window. And the next time you are stopped, those old occurrences can trigger an immediate 7-day license suspension, a mandatory government remedial education program, and an escalating penalty structure that keeps compounding even if you were never charged with a criminal offense. Not a conviction, not a court date, just a number on a device at the side of the road. This is not about scaring you. This is about making sure that when the system runs your record, you already know what it's going to find. Let's get into it. 5 things you need to know right now. Number 1. The 10-year ghost record. Here is the smoking gun fact for this video. As of January 1st, 2026, Ontario's look-back window for alcohol and drug-related administrative driving occurrences has been doubled from 5 years to 10 years. What does that mean in plain language? If you received a worn range roadside suspension in 2016 or 2017, maybe you blew a warn at a police check stop, no charges laid, you went home, that occurrence is no longer invisible. It now sits inside the new 10-year window, and it can be used to escalate the consequences of any new occurrence you have today. The government calls these prior occurrences. Most drivers never knew the window could be extended. Now it has been. If you have any doubt about what is on your record, you can pull your own driver's abstract directly through Service Ontario. The link is in the description. Do it this week. Number 2. It wasn't a conviction will not protect you. This is the trap that catches people who consider themselves responsible drivers. Many Canadians believe that if they were never charged, never went to court, never had a criminal record, their administrative roadside occurrences don't really count. That belief is now officially wrong. Under the new framework, even a first roadside worn range reading, not a criminal impaired driving charge, just a reading at the roadside, now triggers mandatory enrollment in the Back on Track program. That is the government's remedial education and assessment program. It costs money. It takes time. And if you do not complete it, you cannot get your license reinstated. Previously, that program was triggered by criminal convictions. The system has now moved the trigger point earlier. The bureaucratic machine catches you before a judge ever sees your name. The suspension times have also increased. A first roadside suspension is now 7 days. Previously, it was 3. A second is now 14 days. The numbers doubled. Right now, I want to hear from you in the comments. Drop your province and the word surprised if you had no idea this rule changed. Let's find out how many people this is affecting. Province plus surprised. Go. Number 3. Stunt driving is not what you think it is. When most people hear stunt driving, they picture someone doing donuts in a parking lot, drifting, racing, something dramatic. Under Ontario's Highway Traffic Act, stunt driving includes driving 50 kilometers per hour or more above the posted speed limit. That is it. On a highway posted at 80, that means 130. On a highway posted at 100, that means 150. People hit those speeds without realizing they are crossing a legal threshold that carries immediate roadside vehicle impoundment 14 days, immediate license suspension. And under the new amendments, the government's research shows that the crash risk at that threshold is dramatically higher than at normal speeds. If you drive on Ontario highways, you need to know exactly where the line is, because the automated enforcement system does not give warnings. Number 4. VIN fraud is now a named provincial offense. This one matters especially if you are buying or selling a used vehicle. The 2026 amendments created a new named offense under the Highway Traffic Act specifically for providing a false or fraudulent vehicle identification number, a VIN, in any transaction with the Ministry of Transportation. This carries the highest VIN-related penalty in Canada. Now, this is primarily aimed at organized auto theft networks, and Ontario has one of the worst auto theft problems in the country. But here is the risk for ordinary buyers. If you complete a private vehicle transaction, and the VIN has been altered on a stolen vehicle, and you did not verify it, you could find yourself caught in an enforcement net that was built for criminals. The protection is simple. Before any private vehicle purchase, run the VIN through the free Carfax Canada check and verify it against the physical plate on the car's dashboard. It takes 5 minutes and it is free. The link is in the description. Number 5. The Senior Renewal Trap. This one is specifically for drivers 80 years of age and older, and for the family members who care about them. Ontario requires in-person vision screening and a group education session for drivers in the 80 and over age group before they can renew. The MTO mails a notification letter approximately 90 days before the license expires. That letter tells you when to book your in-person appointment. Here is the trap. If that letter gets missed, lost in a pile of mail, delivered to an old address, or simply overlooked and the appointment is not booked in time, the license can be automatically canceled. Not suspended. Canceled. That is not a fine. That is the loss of driving privileges requiring a full reinstatement process. For many seniors, driving means independence. It means getting to medical appointments, family visits, and the grocery store. If you are 80 or older, or if you have a parent or grandparent in that category, please mark your calendar today. Pull out your current license right now and check the expiry date. Make sure the address on file with Service Ontario is current. Do not let a missed letter decide your driving future. Now, I promised you I would leave you feeling protected and prepared. So here is your step-by-step action plan. 4 steps. Do these this week. Step 1. Pull your driver's abstract through Service Ontario. This is your official driving record. You need to see what occurrences are now inside the new 10-year window. Knowing is always better than not knowing. Step 2. Check the expiry date on your license right now. If you are 80 or older and your license expires in the next 6 months, contact the MTO to confirm your renewal appointment is booked. Do not wait for the letter. Step 3. Before any private used car purchase, verify the VIN physically and run a Carfax check. This takes 5 minutes and costs nothing. Step 4. If you have any question about a past roadside occurrence and whether it now falls inside the new 10-year window, speak to a licensed paralegal or traffic law specialist. Not a general lawyer, someone who specifically handles Highway Traffic Act matters. Many offer a free initial consultation. The system is more complex than it has ever been, but now you know how it works, and that knowledge is your shield. If this video helped you today, here is what I want you to do right now. First, hit the like button. It costs you nothing, and it tells me that this kind of research matters to you. Second, subscribe to Canada Pension Guide. Every single week, we bring you verified, fact-checked information on CPP, OAS, GIS, and the programs and rules that directly affect Canadian seniors and retirees. No clickbait. No fabricated numbers. Just the facts, so you can make the right decisions. Third, share this video with one person you care about. One friend, one family member, one neighbor. Because the rule we talked about today is already in force, and most people will not find out about it until it is too late. And drop your comment below. Province plus surprised. Let's see this community show up for each other. I'm Joseph. Thank you for trusting Canada Pension Guide. I'll see you in the next one.